Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have pre-prepared these tips using the Tamika polish from Amazon. I think it's number 106. It comes as a set. I'm just putting some base coat on here because I'm going to use this lovely glitter called Cola Cubes. No, Cherry Cola. That's the one. From Glitterstella. God, it's awesome, and it goes really nicely with this set. But most of this set is going to focus on one stroke. I've not really done one stroke. There is a bit in this video where I decided to do a little bit of an impromptu demo, and I will talk to you in that. But basically, it's over a year ago, the last time I even attempted one stroke. So at the end of this video, I am going to show you a picture of the first and second attempt, trying to do one stroke. And in this video, you are seeing me do tip number 3 and 4. So that's basically in, probably about 18 months since I even attempted doing one stroke again. That's my level of experience on this. So I thought, you know what? Let's show you. So it's a bit of a long video because I'm keeping a lot of it in real time. I'm just speeding through this part because, well, this is just pretty, but the one stroke is the bit that we are actually going to focus on. As you see, I've put some base coat down. I'm putting the glitter in and moving it around with just using an old brush where I want it. And then I will cure that in the lamp to set that glitter. And then we're going to top coat over the top of that. At this point, I'm going to use some matte top coat for this. And I'll come back into this design again in a moment. Okay, I just wanted to pause on the video here. So, as I'm probably going to say in the voiceover, I am attempting one stroke. And I just wanted to show you something that I thought might be quite helpful. So I'm going to use the Moyra 3D acrylic paints. Now, they're about £3 each, so they're not cheap paints. I have actually ordered more of these because I really like them, and I will show you why in a moment. I tried one stroke well over a year ago. I got completely put off by it. I couldn't get it to work. I'd watched all these tutorials. I just couldn't do it. I had bought some of these acrylic paints. So these are WH Smith's ones, so they're not, bad quality at all. I paid about 15 quid, I think, for the pack, which I got a load of different colours, but I just couldn't get the one stroke to work. And I've actually since given these to the kids. And I bought some of these, but then because I was just so put off by it, I never used them. So they've just been sat there unused. And when I got these out and tried these, I realised the difference between the two. And I thought at this point, I want to show you the difference between whether you buy these kind of paints, these are, or these kind of paints. Some people want to go for a cheaper alternative, that's fine. But I just found, for me, it was a bit of a... So the first thing you're going to notice, and hopefully you can see this. So these are just glass table mats, actually, that I just have underneath my desk, just to protect my desk, basically. But they also work great for this demo. So if I pop that one there. Okay, got a bit of water. I'm just going to wet my brush. So if I do that, and I do that, okay. Yeah. Now, I do not have the technique down for this, okay? This is just, but what I'm trying to show you here, I'm just going to bring this down a little bit more, is the consistency of these paints. Okay, so because you load up your brush, and you have to load up your brush a few times before you've got enough paint on there. I'll should have got another tip out ready for this because I don't want to use the ones I've just prepped. I should grab one. This was not. Right. So. And then let's do, load it up again. Okay, so that's what you're getting. Now, that's very watery, it's very see-through, it's very oily almost. All right, and what I want to show you now, I'm just gonna, oh, not do that, Shona. Ah! I'm just gonna clean my brush off, and I want to show you the Moyra ones. So, oh, for Pete's sake, woman. See, could you imagine if I did lives of, you know, you've sat through my videos before, you know what I'm like. It'd be even worse if I did it live. Okay. So. That one. Nope, I've done that the wrong way. Hang on. I want the lightest colour first. So, lightest colour, dark colour, load up brush. Now already, can you see the difference between those? Brush, load of brush. Load brush. Load brush. Alright, I've just got to zoom this out a little bit again. And I'm really sorry about my washing machine in the background. It always chooses these opportune moments to decide it's going to start its spin cycle. I also wasn't planning on doing this as a live. Oh. So, look at the difference. Yes, I'm using different colours. I couldn't actually find the right colours, but this is my point. These are more kind of like chalky. That's what I said, the difference. So this is more oily based. This is a bit more chalky based, and it just, I mean, that's only one on each. And you've seen, I've just done exactly the same thing. But this looks beautiful, and that looks like cack. Right. So, and it was my mother-in-law that said to me, you know, when she's painting, she's an artist, so when she's painting an oil painting, she doesn't go for the cheapest paint. She buys the products that she needs to do the job. And that's exactly what we do as nail artists. You buy the brands, you buy the products that work. You don't buy an Amazon acrylic kit and expect to make a masterpiece. You know, there's a big difference between those kind of kits to getting it from a professional, you know, like Moyra, Nails, CJP, things like that. You know, they are very different, and I think it's worth spending the extra money and getting a product that's actually going to do the bloody job than wasting money on these. Because I've tried 4 different types of acrylic sets, right? cheap one. So I have wasted a ton of money getting the wrong paints. So don't be a shoner. Learn from my mistake. Just go get some decent quality nail art paints. I'm going to get back into the video now. Okay, so now we've got through my impromptu ranty moment there. But it is true. You get what you buy sometimes. And like I said, this nail here, this flower that I'm going to do, this is the 4th one I've ever done. Right? I couldn't get flowers to work. And I remember it was horrific. I was actually sat with Trey. It was the first time we'd met up together. And it was just we laughed so much because it was just a disaster. So if one stroke is something you really want to learn how to do, and this is all about practice as well. That's from, like I said, I've been watching a lot of Dorota Palecki. I can't pronounce it, but she's been doing some really good one stroke tutorials. And you know, the thing that she says repeatedly, it's all about practice. So just like smile lines, people, there's probably going to be quite a lot of one stroke coming in my videos because I need to practice and I need to learn. Now, this flower, this little finger, I was like, I'm just going to kind of do like a half flower. I'm not going to aim for a whole one. The angle of your brush makes a big difference as well, whether you have your brush more vertical or lying more horizontal as well. So it really is a technique to learn how to use the brush. This one that I did on this finger, I was like, yes, go me, oh yes. I really loved how this one turned out. I was properly chuffed. I go for the next one and it just goes wrong. I clearly just bigged myself up a little bit too much. And I also found that when I came, because you got to go slow. So this is all in real time what you're watching. So the slower you go, the better the result you get is what they said. I know I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. I'm just going on what the people that do know what they're talking about have said, and I'm just trying to repeat that information. So if you're looking at this and going, I can't do that, neither could I. I'm learning. This is, you know, as it is the whole point of my channel, is it's my journey, it's trying new things. It doesn't always work, but we just learn together and we give it a go. But yeah, so I was really chuffed with how this one went. I think looking back on it now, I've literally just done it and I'm voicing it over because but when I came to do the next flower, it was like the paint was drying on me. And even though because when you wet your brush, it's not a wet brush, it's a damp brush. I think because I'd spent about 10 minutes waffling with the stuff on there already on my on the glass, that by the time I'd done this one and I was starting to do the next one, it was getting a little bit dry. And I possibly should have added a little bit of water to it. Or I remember seeing a video years ago by Kirsty Meakin, and when she did the one stroke, she puts it on like she has like a wet sponge, not wet but damp sponge, and then she puts some greaseproof paper on top of it, and then she put her acrylic paints on top of that because it stopped them from drying out. So I think I'm gonna do that and see if that helps, because obviously they are air dry paints, so it is drying. So I'm coming to do the next flower, so this is the middle flower, and yeah, I got cocky. I decided to go for a full flower. I don't even know how to paint flowers. You know, I don't even know where I'm supposed to put them. I'm looking at this now going, instantly Shona, you've just mucked that up because you got too much pink to the white. Anywho, I'm not going to beat myself up about it because, hell, it was practice. And does it look like a flower at the end? Yes, fine. Job's a good one. It's fine. And it started out well and then went wrong. And I want to look back at this and try and see if I can spot what happened between the first nail and the other nail. I think I made that initial petal too big. I don't know. Like I say, we're gonna practice. See, that's a completely different petal that I've just done there than I did the first one. Technique. So this one, I went over this quite a few times to try and make it look better. So it just didn't have the pow effect, and I didn't have enough white, I don't think, and I probably should have come back and then with the white and really tried to accentuate it more. I don't know. Let's watch. We will learn. We will find out. What I do towards the end of it, because I'm not happy with... I'm doing some very different brush angles and strokes in that as well, it looks like. But I do come along and just use some white paint. I just thin down the paint a little bit more. I'm using then one of my really long, what's it called, Line It Fine brush from CJP. And I just come in and just make some little wispy bits on it just to kind of accentuate the petals a bit more, because it did just kind of, it wasn't quite right. So I'm just going to let you watch this. Okay, and then I've also come along and I've just put some caviar beads just in the centre of those nails. Yeah, just to basically accentuate it all a bit more. As you can see, I painted on matte top coat. You can either buff the nails with a fine buffer or use a bit of matte top coat to one stroke on, because one stroke does not like a shiny surface. But then obviously we're going to seal it in with some top coat, and then that's this design done. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been useful. I look forward to doing some more, and I hope you'll come along with me on my journey some more with that. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.